Hello friends, Namaste. Welcome to my channel, Mrs. Olive Greens. As I have already shared with you guys that I am a new mom of a cute little 7-month-old daughter, today I am gonna let you all know how she inspires me every other day. So generally, many of the new moms do complain of, sleepless nights. But touch wood, she has never troubled me and in fact been so kind towards me. Now, as she started turning out to be 5 months old, 6 months old, and 7 months old, I started experiencing these strange kind of, sleepless mornings. Yeah, you will not believe she's gonna put me on a constant run right from 5 a.m. till 8:30 p.m. But then this has become a daily routine of mine. Now, as usual, even today, I was awakened by her at around 5 a.m. in the morning. And as I opened my eyes, all I could see was she protruding her cute little head just right over mine, smiling her heart out with endless unconditional smile and talking in her, God-own language. And right at that moment, something flipped me into thinking, when was the last time I had such beautiful unconditional smile? So, now as they show in many movies, as the flashback starts progressing, with me taking into those huge endless circles. As I was wondering where exactly I was, I found myself, in those checkered uniforms with a piece of paper where I was staring endlessly and smiling so unconditionally in a classroom right at the backbench. Now, as I struggled much more to have that clearer view of that picture, I surprisingly found two more on either side of mine. And surprisingly, all three of us were staring right into that paper and smiling so unconditionally. I decided to find out what exactly was there in that piece of paper. So I traveled deep into the layers of my brain, and as I started recollecting, all I could first see was the word bucket list. Now imagine what a 16-year-old will have in her so-called bucket list. It goes like, let's all together have a Domino's pizza. Yes, it is true, because Domino's was really, really new at that time. And then it also mentioned, let us all go for a movie together. Because right then, we were not allowed to go for a movie or roam out with friends in that case, because there was some misconception, or maybe the situations were so that we might get kidnapped. That's true. But now even a 5th grade student throws out a birthday party, and his so-called juniors and seniors do come and attend those parties. It has become a regular scenario, right? At this generation. Well, even there was something called a road trip or a trip which has still been, in process. We could never make it out. But the most interesting part of this bucket list was, let us all have a boyfriend and go ahead to have a love marriage. Well, back then the age 16 is a constant reminder that now you're a teenager and you have got all the licenses and rights to have a boyfriend, though the present situations were completely different. I mean, even a primary grad student talks very good about this. But if you have noticed it or not, the beauty about that thought is you can have a boyfriend, and in fact, you're gonna take it eventually to marry that person whom you have actually loved. If you know, which is a rare scenario these days. If you have actually understood what I meant to say. Now, there was some strange discussion going on amongst us three about, pros and cons of this beautiful thought. I mean, there was one person who was actually opposing this thought of having a boyfriend and going on for a love marriage, and the other actually explaining us the beauty of this thought. And me, right at that moment, sitting in between them, nodding my head to both of them. After all, both are my best friends, can't help. As the days passed, we were on different boats. But as the technology progressed, it has kept us all in touch. After 10 years of this moment, we got married one after the other. And unfortunately, I wasn't there for any of these two marriages. But I'm so fortunate that I had both of them right at my marriage. Now, the strangest part and the beautiful part of this is the one who has opposed a love marriage right back 10 years back, has actually loved a person and eventually got married to that person, and the one who has actually supported this love marriage eventually had an arranged marriage. Isn't that what we call a destiny? Now that I'm completely awakened by all these thoughts and by my daughter, now I started realizing few things. In life, it's always not about love or arranged marriage. In fact, for every marriage, it's always about the unconditional love, the unconditional respect and trust towards each other for any marriage to be successful. And as we progress in our lives, sometimes we are so focused on the race, so focused on the target in front of us that we often forget to look sideways if the people whom we ran the race for, or the people whom we ran the race with, our family or our friends, are they still along with us, or have they been left so far behind that they are lost forever? While I wrote the story, while I was actually penning it down, I personally made few changes to my bucket list. It goes like, I don't want to be rich and make a lot of money. All I want is, I want to be rich enough to make a lot of stories. And the second item was, the next time I take on a journey or a race for something, I would look onto my left and right and make sure that the best of people, or the people whom I want to make memories with, are on either side of mine and starting the journey along with me. Thank you so much for hearing this. I now wanted every one of you to share such beautiful stories or memories of yours in the comments below. If you like this video, if you love my story, please hit the like button over there and subscribe to my channel, Mrs. Olive Greens. This is Monica signing off. Jai Hind.